How does man dance with objectivity? Hello everyone. Today we shall be exploring the Day of Days. We shall be looking at what space and time mean. We must first, before diving into very deep questions, get situated in our sense of honesty and sincerity and realize that our experience is the moment. So out of respect from your moment and me being an aspect of your moment, begin to listen to these words with the sincerity of your being. And you will see that you don't need to be a listener. You're present. You see, it is very important for the self-aware being who has situated itself in an individual consciousness to begin observing the true nature of individuality. Because once you do, there is a deeper implication. Once you begin to wonder what is the external experience, just like how you're having the external experience of objectivity, when you look at objects and you look at the atmosphere of how you are aware of a sense of other, of the difference in space and time, you must see the object has no externality. You must discover within you the fabulous attainment of how all externality, based on its sense of situation in regards to the spectrum or the existential seed it chooses to find itself manifest, is simultaneously being kept internally by a knowing that is allowing it to originate. So what that means is the minute your consciousness originated, this sphere of being came into being. But this sphere of being is kept through many senses of attention, in the sense that when you look at the fabric of human memory, it will even go to points where the memory changes into an image. It speeds up, and it's as if in a moment you're passing eons of your own sense of space and time. Moving beyond conception, you become situated in no situation. You are found graceful and present, and there's an emptiness that is giving you all that your attention goes. But the beautiful thing about the fabric of this attention that you are as a being, as an experiencer within the moment, you will notice that the novelty in how you are alive right now, how you're just a moment of life, is the ability where choice is its own choice. You choose to play the game in a certain way, and then you wonder why it turned out in a certain way. Because you are a presence here, and you need to take an existential responsibility, not that the thoughts you're aware of, not that stress and depression should in an instant be turned into frameworks of beautiful, chaotic art in a sense, or poetry in your mind, but you must not be complicated, and you must not take things too seriously, for sometimes when you take certain things seriously, there is a solidity that does not allow the experiencer to remember that it is free. You are a free being, and then the rest is whatever space and time needs to tell you. Your attention will take image, and it will show you how all images were connected. Your eyes were not separate, but separately designed to see all that is. For where else can an individual go but into the embrace of its collective? Of its collective sense of consciousness. What that means is, regardless of your physical change, regardless of how tough life is, regardless of suffering, you are knowing here in an instant. There's a transcendental sense of knowing, and you trust the self of selves that has even let itself go to show you your direct experience. And direct experience is untouchable. It is there before there's a sense of cause and effect that will initiate a story. Because one sense of initiation is how a reality is introduced, but at the same time it's introduced, a reality is being caused. A sense of intelligence is being put in the background, in your periphery, not in the direct. But you can make your direct into all that is. You can move around. Conceptually, you can reframe yourself as anything in the moment. The moment gives you this freedom, but it is about how you are aware of your moment. And this is where Mr. Within would say, be aware of your communication. Be aware of the communication you have in your solitude and the communication you have around others, and be aware of how all of these outside of a space and time are your origination. They are extensions of how you have seen sight. For there was an interesting phenomena that happened when you put two mirrors in front of one another. You saw an infinity that was untouched, but in an instant it was empty, for the intelligence that is even bringing attention to this part of reality can leave. You are in compassion, for you are given a self-awareness. Be grateful for what you have, and you will see the technology will apply. Would advance. The technology would advance itself because nature is evolving. What that means is some beings, in their ignorance, think that they are the evolution of a being on a planet. But some beings open their eyes to see that they're the evolution of the planet, of the whole world, of the cosmos, of their moment of being present, being alive. The beautiful thing about presence is that personality dissolved within it. And that's really the gift of love. That's the gift of intimacy, and how human communication can lead to ideas and even visions that even inspire ideas beyond humanity. It is a knowing. It is a transcendental sense of being you have here. So be aware, be playful, of course. Don't take things too seriously. I recommend not laughing to jokes or some ridiculous jokes, but laughing at what you have done throughout the day. I think that's a healthy phenomenon to do. To not take things so seriously, What that means is, if you record an hour of a talk and you have not pressed the record button, afterwards you very gracefully just laugh at how the audience really heard the speech differently. You would see there's a grace to how you know yourself, and this will open up like a lotus, and you will acknowledge yourself in such an ability that why was there ever the lack? I would like to share some mantras now. For the pilot's calling. Much blessings and namaste.